Hola, welcome to España. And this is the story of the 1982 FIFA World Cup. It was the 12th FIFA World Cup, and this was the first time that 24 teams played in the World Cup. That's right, we have a new milestone. But it worked a little bit differently here. Yeah. See, there were six groups, each with four teams, and the top two teams from each group qualified for another group stage where they were split into four groups of three, and the top team from each group in the second group stage qualifies for the semi-finals. It was a complicated format, but it had to be done because we don't want that over-complicated Euro Cup format. Group 1 saw Poland and Italy qualify, although Italy did have some issues with Cameroon. Italy didn't even win a single game in all the group stage. Cameroon didn't either, but at least that's a bit more justifiable. Italy, they did not um, live up to their expectations. Group 2, by far the most controversial. Algeria, whom I think were making their World Cup debut actually, they were playing against West Germany in their first game at Gijón. And they actually ended up winning 2-1. Good for them. And when all was said and done, in the final game, Algeria beat Chile 3-2, and West Germany had to play Austria. And there was a possibility that Algeria would not qualify. If West Germany beat Austria 1-0, that's it, just 1-0, then Algeria would be out of the World Cup. Guess what they did? They were trying to score for the first 10 minutes. Horst Rubeck did score in the 10 minutes. And then they just did absolutely nothing for the rest of the game. They weren't even trying to score for the rest of the 80 minutes. And Algeria ended up getting knocked out. As you can understand, Algeria were super angry with this and they tried to take it to court, but it was already too late. The World Cup was over by that point. This is known as the disgrace of Gijón. And this is why the final matches of group stage in every tournament is played simultaneously to prevent match fixing like this. It's still it's still one of the all it's still one of the most famous World Cup games, but not for a good reason. This match is known as the disgrace of Gijón. Group 3 saw Hungary gain the biggest ever World Cup victory against El Salvador. They won 10-1. Laszlo Skiz scored a hat-trick as a substitute. This was the only time that a substitute scored a hat-trick in the World Cup. And it's also the fastest ever World Cup hat-trick. He scored it within 7 minutes. Wow! Talk about humiliation. Although neither Hungary nor El Salvador ended up qualifying, and it was Belgium and Argentina who went through. Group 4 was exciting. It was England, France, Czechoslovakia, and Kuwait. Kuwait had never played at a World Cup before, and there was a great deal of excitement around the World Cup in Kuwait. However, they went out not very good, even though they did get a big draw against Czechoslovakia in their first ever World Cup match. Tournament host Spain did not do too well in the group stage. They actually beat Yugoslavia, drew with Honduras, and lost to Northern Ireland. That's right, Northern Ireland advanced to the knockout stage. Spain, although being the host, did manage to make it just barely. Oh, and don't forget, in their game against Yugoslavia, Northern Ireland fielded the youngest ever World Cup player, a 17-year-old named Norman Whiteside. He went on to play for Manchester. He went on to play 7 years for Manchester United. Group 6 saw Scotland's bad luck with the World Cups continue. Again eliminated on goal difference by the Soviet Union and Brazil. New Zealand made their first ever World Cup appearance, but yeah, you would expect New Zealand to play like they did. 0 points. I mean, they mostly care about rugby over there. I don't know. The second group stage went out here, and the Group A of the second group stage consisted of Poland, the Soviet Union, and Belgium. Belgium lost both of their games, and Poland qualified on goal difference. Spain was knocked out, finishing bottom of Group B, and England finished second. West Germany made it into the semi-finals, and so did Italy and France. Northern Ireland were that close. They were one win away, but I feel like they were happy enough with the second group stage, to be honest. Now on to the knockout stage. At the Camp Nou, two goals from Paolo Rossi gave Italy a 2-0 win against the French. And of course, there was a one semi-final between West Germany and France that was worthy enough to have its own Wikipedia page, I guess. Although there was high controversy here. French player Patrick Battiston had a fall on a breakaway with West German goalkeeper Schumacher. Battiston was knocked unconscious and forced out of the game with two missing teeth, three broken ribs, and damaged vertebrae. No foul was given. Seriously, refs, what have you been doing this entire time? You know what? Um, I think the Escobar decided to have whatever they were smoking in that game. If I'm being honest. Michel Platini said that it was the most beautiful game he had ever played. He scored a penalty in the 27th minute, but by that point, Lebaski had already gotten a goal. The game went into extra time, and goals from Marius Tresor and Alain Giresse gave France a 3-1 lead when the 100-minute mark came. They should have gone through, right? No, because Karl-Heinz Rummenigge, current, who actually used to be chairman of Bayern Munich for a little bit, along with Klaus Fischer, both got goals in the 102nd and 108th minute and made it 3-3. It went to a penalty shootout with a decisive goal by Horst Rubeck followed by a miss from Maxime Bossis. France were out and Germany were through. It's still regarded as one of the best World Cup games. Poland then beat France in the third place playoff to record their best ever World Cup performance. And in the final, Paul Breitner got a goal in the 83rd minute against Italy, although it was pretty useless to be honest, because by that point, Italy had already gotten 3 goals in the second half alone through Paolo Rossi, Marco Tardelli, and Alessandro Altobelli. Paolo Rossi became top goal scorer and also won the Golden Ball. Manuel Amoroso of France was made best young player, and Brazil won the Fair Play Trophy. Goodbye, and I'll see you for the 1986 World Cup. Don't forget to subscribe because we are really close to 100 subscribers, y'all.